The evidence was sitting in plain sight, and everyone walked right past it. Investigators had already searched the room twice. They photographed everything, logged everything, bagged everything they thought mattered. And still nothing. No clear suspect, no clear motive. Just questions that refused to answer themselves. The case began to stall. Days turned into weeks. The silence grew heavier. Detectives replayed the timeline over and over, hoping something would break. But nothing did, until one investigator asked a simple question no one else had asked. What if the evidence wasn't hidden, but ignored? They returned to the scene. Same rooms, same walls, same air, nothing had changed, or so it seemed. That's when they noticed it, a small object, ordinary, harmless, something so common, it blended into the background. Everyone had seen it, no one had questioned it, because it didn't look suspicious. It didn't look important, but when they examined it closely, something felt wrong. It didn't belong to the victim, and it didn't belong to the location, which meant it belonged to someone else, someone who was there. Suddenly, the timeline shifted. The object told a story no one had heard before. It proved that someone had been present at a time they claimed they weren't, someone who had already been questioned, someone who had already walked away. The evidence hadn't been hidden, it had been quietly waiting for someone to see it differently. One small detail that exposed a much bigger truth, and the most chilling part. The person responsible had stood in that same room, watching investigators search for answers, knowing the evidence was right there unnoticed. Sometimes the truth doesn't hide. Sometimes it waits, waiting for the moment someone finally sees what was always there. If this story made you think, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories that reveal how the smallest details can change everything.